We've all seen those videos, right? The video of the seed and time lapse where it starts as a little seed and then it grows super quick and breaks through the dirt and comes out and breaks through the soil and begins to bloom and flourish. If you haven't, you can probably Google it and find one really quickly. But in watching those, this is something I've thought about for a good long while. And I liken my dreams, you can liken your dreams, your passions to that seed. When we first have an idea, when we first have a passion, something that we're working towards, many times, just like that seed when it's planted, it's dirty, we're in the dark. We know that out there in the light somewhere, there's this incredible idea that is gonna change the world around us, right? It's gonna provide beauty, it's gonna provide sustenance, it's gonna provide shade, like who knows, right? But it's going to provide something of value to the world around us. We have this idea, we have this passion, we have this dream, and we know it's there, but it's hard to get started. We start and it's dirty, it's dark, it's nasty, it's wet, it's muddy. Like the vision or the hope that we're working towards is so far away that we can't even envision it clearly. We don't even know what that's gonna feel like, what it's gonna look like. We just know we have it. We just know we're far from it, right? That's the way it is to start anything of worth, anything of value. We have to start at the bottom and we have to work our way up. Start something new, guess where you're gonna start? Right back at the bottom, working your way up. That's the nature of the universe. And so I want to encourage you guys, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, if there's pressure, if it's dark, if it's dirty, if it's frustrating and it feels like your dreams and the hopes and the passions that you're working for are miles away, recognize that's exactly where you're supposed to be. That's exactly where you're supposed to start. And if you hold the course, and if you keep pushing, you keep growing and keep chasing that dream, eventually you're going to break free and it's going to come to pass. If we look at seeds, when they're planted, we break up the soil, plant the seed, right? The dirt around it is loose, and then we drown it, basically. We pour a bunch of water in there. It's dark, it's dirty, it's frustrating. The surface and the vision of our dream is far from us. We can't see it, right? Over time, while that seed is growing, the dirt gets packed down on top. It gets harder, right? Whether we throw rocks or mulch on top of it, right? To protect it. Our dreams are like that. The closer we get to our dream, the closer we get to breaking free into the light, the more difficulty and the more resistance we're gonna find. And we just have to keep pushing forward. Right? So recognize, train your mind. I saw a video by Simon Sinek. He talked about nervousness and how nervousness shares all the same physiological attributes as excitement. And he said, once you made that connection, anytime somebody would begin asking, man, how you feeling? And his gut response is, I'm nervous. He changed it, I'm excited. How are you feeling about going and giving this TED Talk? I'm excited. And that's a whole topic for a whole other day. The power of the mind to train ourselves to interpret stimuli differently. But if you can interpret the pressure and the conflict and the fight to accomplish what it is you're trying to accomplish as indication that you're getting closer to your breakthrough, that'll change everything. So keep pushing through the conflict, keep pushing through the pressure. You're like that little seed that's right below the surface. It's gonna break through eventually. Right? So when we plant a seed, we ensure that we're giving it the proper nutrition. We want it to have vitamins and minerals and all the things, water, all of the things that a plant needs to thrive. We don't want it just to survive and be a measly little plant or tree or bush. We want it to grow tall and strong and leafy, right? Um, we moved into a new place last year, and the city came by and actually planted a little tree in the section between the sidewalk and the street. It was amazing. We're like, this is super cool. Like, the city plants trees for us. And we didn't think anything of it. Neither my wife nor I are green thumbs in the least. And so we're like, right on, a tree. Can't wait till that thing grows, right? Well, it looks horrible. Our neighbors have the same tree planted the same time, and it's beautiful and green and leaves all over the place. And ours is a scrawny, scraggly stick with a few tiny limbs and about 12.5 leaves. Because we didn't give it the right nutrients, we didn't take care of it the way we should. Your dreams, your purpose, your passion, whether it's your business, your brand, a movement you're trying to start, is the same way. You have to give it the nutrition that it needs, that it deserves. You know, for a plant, it's water and vitamins and minerals. For your dreams, for your passion, it's the right people. It's the right environment. You have to find the people that are going to challenge you and encourage you to accomplish what you need to accomplish. You need to have somebody that's going to dream with you. You need to have somebody that's a thinker, that's going to challenge you and ask the hard questions. You need to have somebody that's maybe a little bit pessimistic, that's going to say, like, what about this, or what about this, or what about this? They're gonna play devil's advocate at every step along the way. You need somebody that's going to help you pull it off and just put in work and support you along the way. Like, you need to audit your circle. You need to think about these things. Not to say go out and get all new friends and leave your old ones behind, but when it comes to building something powerful and building a movement or a brand, like, you have to give it the nutrients it needs to thrive. So I'd love to hear how you guys doing this. Like, what does your circle look like? What components do you think are vital to having a circle that's going to be beneficial and help your brand move forward? Maybe your answers will help somebody else build the circle they need so that they can bring their good idea to market and change the world in the way that they are destined to change it. My final installment in my Life is Like a Seed series. I've talked about darkness when you start. I've talked about the conflict that you'll push through on your way to break through the surface. I've talked about the nutrients that you need. And then the final thing is, once you break free, once you're out there and you're living the dream, you're doing that thing, you have to keep pushing. What do plants do when they break through the surface? We're continuing this analogy for quite a while now. But what do plants do? You know, if a plant is here and the sun's over here, what's the plant do? It points that way and pushes that way, right? If we turn the plant around, put it on the opposite side of the room or whatever, and the sun is still over here, what's happening? The plants point that way. They're always pushing toward the light. They're always pushing towards the vision. They're always moving that direction. They never stop. If they stop, what happens? When you see a plant that's just drooped over, pointing back where it came from, what's that indicate to you? Typically, it's not a good thing. That plant is dead or dying, right? Just so with your dreams, with your passions and what you're trying to build, whatever that looks like, you can't stop. Once you break through that conflict and you start pushing forward, it's not to say conflict is over. You're still going to have wind, you're going to have rain, you're going to have drought, you're going to have all of these hard things that happen. That's just life, and you have to deal with that. But you keep pushing forward. If you don't, you'll just end up back the way you came, providing the nutrition for those that are coming behind you. You'll be dead. You'll fall back into old habits, old circumstances, old environments, and at best you can hope to help somebody else avoid your mistakes. But you gotta, if you don't want that to happen, you gotta keep pushing forward. You gotta keep moving forward, and that looks different once you're making it than it does when you're still under the soil and you're still trying to build what it is you're trying to create. So for those of you guys that are there, that you're living it, you're doing it, you're accomplishing your dreams and your goals, what does that look like? How do you daily continue to push forward and daily continue to move the needle to accomplish your goals at a higher level, to expand even further? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you guys, and hopefully we can together provide some value for those that are looking to build the next big thing, that are looking to capitalize on their passions and their dreams and their missions. I'll see you guys in the comments. Peace out.